Good morning. Welcome to the Art of the Oracle. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. I woke up early this morning and before the sun, and I was so grateful for something very silly, which is I live on a small street that leads to other small streets and no trucks. It's like a 35-mile-an-hour lane. And every day that I've been here, people speed through here and trucks fly through here, ignoring the neighborhood and the people that live here, and just being in their head and just driving so fast that it's disruptive and it's upsetting. And so I said, oh my gosh, it's Christmas. It'll be quiet. Silly. I was just so grateful that it was quiet. And I took the dog out and I could see a hint of the morning waking up in the distance. And then 2 trucks came barreling down the road in front of me, all lit up for Christmas. And so I started contemplating, because I love the gene keys and the art of contemplation. And I started contemplating, what is this day supposed to be about if all we do is put lights on it and commercialize it, but we don't change anything in our heart and we don't feel any part of this day. And I, have grown up Christian and have converted to Judaism. And now I just feel that God is the trees in my backyard. So no judgment on what anybody else thinks or does, but that's my truth, is that God is in everything. And God is a tricky word, right? Because we all think of it as something different. So to me, it's this divine spark of light, which is neither masculine nor feminine, but encompass both. So I thought this morning, if I had 1 million people watching, not that I need 1 million people, but if I did, what would I say? And that's what I would say, is that slow down. Really slow down and breathe into the gift, the body, the earth, and really feel the moment and be a part of everything, not separate from anything, from the suffering, from the joy, from the laughter and the sorrow. I think we're here to experience all of it. So I brought out Healing with the Angels. This was a deck of cards that has a lot of significance to me. It was my mom's. She gifted it to me when she passed, and it was something that it was her favorite deck. So I'm going to ask for a message for us this morning. And I got a card that flew onto the floor in perfect angel manner. Oh, actually, there's 2 of them here. And if you've watched the channel, you know that when cards hit the floor, to me, they're meant to be felt in the moment. Oh, wow. And we have Archangel Michael in Freedom. Wow, this makes me want to cry. I really feel this. So Archangel Michael and Freedom, I'm putting them over here because I feel like there is more that is to be said today. But Archangel Michael is said to be the highest of all angels. And when he graces your space, like something really beautiful, really magical, when he graces your space. and freedom. And freedom means something different to all of us, right? I don't know if YouTube would have a problem with this, but they seem all of a sudden, you watch tons of movies and women are naked everywhere, but if you try to do a reading on YouTube and you have a card that has an image of it, apparently it's offensive, but not on people's TVs. I'm going to go to Archangel Michael and see what the guidebook says for it, because I'm feeling a deep sense of love, gratitude, and grace from it. And it says, through this card, Archangel Michael is making his presence known. He's the symbol of true courage, stemming from knowing that God's love is the only power there is. Michael is letting you know that as you make changes in your life and as you encounter challenges, you are safe and secure. God and the angels help you stay true to yourself and to others during trying times. Have heart-to-heart discussions with Michael. So if you don't have or you don't communicate with your higher self, and what is that, right? It's so funny because for the first time I'm thinking, if there's a higher self, does that mean there's a lower self? Pour out all your concerns to him. So don't worry about overburdening him because he has no limitations or time or space. So Archangel is, to me, sounds like what people think of as God, as somebody that can always listen, always be there, always help. So maybe Angel is God. Maybe Archangel Michael is God. A.M. Om. He is all that is. And I don't believe that we have a lower self, but I do believe that even as I'm saying it, what I'm hearing in my head is that we have lower versions of ourselves, which means vibrationally we are acting like out of anger or fear. That's our lower self. And our higher self is when we stretch ourselves into the heavens to be everything it is, to see from a higher perspective, to feel the love, to feel like I opened up with everything that is around us. So we really become aware of the moment. And freedom to me is mainly to be able to live the life that I want to live without constraints, any constraints, financial restraints, limitations about where I live, how I move about the world. And I think every person, every animal, that is our sovereign right, is to be free of toxins and other people's infringement, like the trucks that drove by. It's an open road so they can drive wherever they want. But it's when they speed and all of a sudden have little care for their surroundings and think somehow or another they have the right to do that, even though it's not legally what they're supposed to be doing here. It's offensive to others around them. So just calm the speed of life if you can, because it matters. And when we slow down, we begin to really experience what we already have, the freedom of what we already have. I'm going to go straight into this tarot deck and ask if there are any additional messages here, the Rider-Waite deck. Is there anything that would like to add to these beautiful cards? Maybe not, because oh, look at this. That is like the freedom card in the deck here. It's liberation. So there is, and I'm going to bring in the candles this morning. They're all around me, but I just haven't brought them in the frame. So you can see the warmth of the light. With Archangel Michael, freedom, and judgment. Judgment is really the liberation. Judgment is like the reason why people believe in God is they think they should be holy, or when they pass, they will reach the pearly gates to receive judgment. But is that really all it is about? So do the things that make others and you feel proud of who you are, right? Look at others as equals. Look at the plants and animals as equals. And when you see yourself in everything else, you can't. Well, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say you can't hurt it, but you can. I think people, the thing they do the most is hurt themselves. And maybe that is why people don't see others as holy, is because they don't see themselves as holy. So I think that that's the ending of the message for today. Thank you so much for listening and for being here. And I said this morning, if I had 1 million people listening, what would I do? And I can't do anything else but be me. So thank you to all of you who appreciate me being me, and for coming back and to see, what do the cards have to say? What is the energy here? Thank you again. Merry Christmas. Bye.